What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of my channel. In my previous video, I showed my top 10 PlayStation 1 games of my childhood. And today I'll be doing a pickups video for you guys of stuff that I picked up throughout the day. So I'll get started with that, and at the end I have a couple things to talk about. So first off, I went to a game store. I'll leave the link description below. And he's about half hour away from me, and he's kind of new. He's only been around for maybe a year, maybe a little more than that, 2 years, pushing it. And I decided to go there today, and it's a good thing I did because some of the games that I got from him were on my list, and I've been looking for them for a very long time now. So I was very, very happy to find these. And then with it, I picked up some other things. So I'll show the main gems later on, and then for now, I'm just going to show what I got that isn't really so much of a gem, just more of just fillers. So I'll show those off in a little while. So I'll start with these first. So first off, I got Off-Road Challenge for the Nintendo 64. I don't really know anything about this game. The only thing that I know about is it's like Baja for PlayStation 3. If anyone knows what that game is, probably not. But that's literally all I know. So it's like that. I'll give you a little close-up what it looks like. So it looks brand new. Doesn't look anything's wrong with it. Yeah, so I'll definitely take a look at it later. But that's Off-Road Challenge for Nintendo 64. Next game for PlayStation 1, we got Tycoon RC Assault with a Battery. Now, it's funny because when I was a kid, I used to have a lot of Tyco RC cars. I used to love playing with them. They were like my favorite thing in the world. That's all I used to do. So I didn't know they made a game until I saw this, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is pretty cool. So I decided to pick it up. Apparently, there's, I think it looks like 8 different cars, a couple, I don't know, 10 tracks, and apparently different cars do different things. Looks like, we got a couple here, pop wheelies, one of them shoots lightning, they roll over obstacles, so I guess every car does something different. I don't know what else there is to this one, because I never knew this existed, but it definitely looks pretty fun, so I'll definitely give this a try later. But it's Tyco RC Assault with a Battery. Right. Next is another PlayStation 1, is Looney Tunes Racing. Definitely another fun little game. The only thing that sucks about this one is that whoever had this, the manual, someone ripped the front cover, and the manual's missing. I don't know why someone would do that, but apparently it's missing. Which is okay anyway, because I'm mostly interested in what the front looks like, so I know what it is. It is complete. It's funny, it's from Blockbuster, so that's pretty funny. But, yeah, there's really nothing, I don't know what to say about this one. I don't really know anything about it, really. The only thing I know from the back, it looks like a Mario Kart game, or like Crash Team Racing is another one, and it looks like it has power-ups, characters, tracks. That's really all I know. I don't know anything else to this one, but it definitely looks like a fun game. I loved Looney Tunes when I was growing up, so I'll probably like this, definitely. So that's Looney Tunes Racing for PlayStation 1. Okay. And here, we have a GameCube game, Beyblade V-Force Super Tournament Battle. When I was a kid, Beyblade was really popular in my school for about a year or two. My first 2nd grade year, I probably had about maybe 30 Beyblades with a stadium. I probably had almost all the best stuff you could buy for Beyblade because I was really hooked into Beyblade when I was a kid. And it's not complete, unfortunately, which kind of sucks a little bit. But at least the disc looks in pretty nice condition, so it's a plus, I guess. But what makes this one the more better one is because in this one you can make your character, and you can make basically any type of Beyblade you want. So, which is actually pretty interesting because the other Beyblade game didn't really do that. So it was pretty cool to see that. So, it's probably something I'm not gonna stay playing forever, but probably just something to go down memory lane with. So, I don't know. Hoping it's fun. So it looks like it'll be pretty interesting. So hoping it's fun. So that's Beyblade V-Force Super Tournament Battle for GameCube. Okay, so basically, for most part, that's the end of that. I did pick the other ones up, but I'm not going to show them just yet, because those are my pride and joys of this whole thing. So I'm going to wait off for those for right now. So with everything from there and those couple right here was basically it. So down the road, about, I don't know, about 5 minutes at the most, there's a thrift store or Goodwill store, whichever you want to go. And I was looking through there and I found a couple games that I didn't have, and I thought they looked pretty interesting. So I'll show you those off right now. So for the first one, it's a PlayStation 1 game, and it's Supercross 2000. Now, I'm very surprised to start off that this is literally mint condition, because there is nothing wrong with it. There's not even an inch of dirt on it. The things are intact. The disc is in beautiful shape, and the manual doesn't look like it's been touched at all. So I'm actually very surprised to find a game in a thrift store that's this perfect. So I only picked this up because when in the year 2000, I was young, pretty young, and I remember on TV, the guys ride around dirt bikes and having a fun time, and I always thought about doing that, but I never could. So because it was too much money and it just really wasn't worth my time. So I used to play this as kind of like a side thing to do. So instead of going out, I would play this. So, it's just one of those games where I kind of wish I did, but I can't. So, but anyway, so I would watch them on TV, and I remember some of them. McGrath was one, Pastrana, oh man, Kenneth, I think there was Lee, I think. So I remember them being pretty good, and I remember that year, because that year I think McGrath won, or Pastrana, I forget which one, and I wanted to be like McGrath or Pastrana, who won, and I did. Well, in the game I did. Not in real life, but in the game. So, but yeah, it was definitely something I wanted to pick up just for memory lane. But that's Supercross 2000 for the PlayStation 1. Okay, and the last game I got there is PS2 game. Now, I don't really buy PS2 games much anymore because I basically have all the ones I really want. But this is definitely one I've been looking forward to getting a little bit because I remember playing this. And it's Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder. The only thing I like about this game, more than probably other snowboarding games, like SSX or 1080, was that the controls were a lot easier. I always had problems with the tricky games or 1080. I always had a problem with making tricks and doing all kinds of stuff. So the only game I was ever good at was Sean Palmer's, and this is the only game, basically the really only game left I'm looking forward to get. So I found it. It is complete with the manual. Manual has a little dip right here, but it's not terrible, and the disc is in nice condition. It's a little dirty. I'll probably clean it up after, but definitely one I've been wanting to get for a while. So it's Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder for the PlayStation 2. So that's basically it with the with all the games, really. I did get one more thing. I'll show you that. Coming back, I went to GameStop, and I got myself a Nintendo 3DS in the black. I wanted to get blue, but he sold out of the blue when I got there, so a little bummer, but it's alright. The only reason why I got this was because the Pokemon games are coming out. Sun and Moon. I think there's a Mario game, coming out shortly. I know there's a couple other stuff that are coming out. And I only have a DSi, and it doesn't play 3DS games. So I decided to get myself a 3DS, so I got it right here. It's actually used, but it's actually in really nice condition. There's really nothing wrong with it. All buttons work, the joystick's fine, the bumpers work, so everything's fine with it. So I'm actually really liking this, to tell you the truth. I didn't actually think I would, but I'm actually really liking it. So I got myself 3DS. Oh, and it also comes with a charger with it, so show you that with it. So okay, so that's basically everything for the most part out of the way. The last section is basically the big games that I've been looking for. Now, it's only 3, but these 3 have been on my list since, forever. I can't remember how long I've waited for these 3 to pop up, because it's been a very long time since I've seen any of them. So I'll show you the first one right now. I'll show you this one. So the first one is Hydro Thunder for the PlayStation 1. Now, anyone who's a best friend of mine or anybody knows that me, Hydro Thunder is probably the most underrated racing game ever. I have played this game since the beginning of the Dreamcast and the Nintendo 64. I can't imagine one day going out without this game. I adore this game. I could play this game for hours and hours and hours, and never stop. I enjoy Hydro Thunder so much, and to tell you the truth, I now have all the Hydro Thunders. I have the Dreamcast version. I have the 64 version, and now I have the PlayStation 1 version. Which, to tell you the truth, I think the 64 version is better. I don't know why, but I think it's better. The PS1 isn't really the best, but it's okay. But I now have all the Hydro Thunders, and I was very excited to get this because I've been looking everywhere for this so I can complete my collection of the Hydro Thunder games. Definitely, if anybody who's never heard of this, pick this up because trust me, you ain't gonna be disappointed. It's probably the best racing game I've ever played when I was a kid. I still play it, and I can't tell you how much of enjoyment I get playing this game. So definitely pick this up. If anyone doesn't know what this is, definitely pick this up for any of those three systems. But if you want the best quality, I think go with the 64 version. It's definitely better. It's a little pricey. This one cost me about $20, just about. The 64 version, depending on which cart you get, because there's two different carts. There's a gray one and a blue one. The blue one's not as expensive because the gray one's probably about $100, and the blue one's about $30, 40-ish nowadays. Luckily, I got mine when it was like $20, so I didn't have to worry about it. But now it's kind of expensive now. And the Dreamcast version, that's way over $200 if you find a complete perfect copy. So if you want to do the cheapest way, I think probably PS1. But if you want the best quality, go with 64 version. It's definitely an amazing game, and I can't tell you how much enjoyment I get even talking about this game right now. But definitely watch this or play this, or even go on YouTube and watch it on YouTube. It's amazing. I recommend this to anybody. So, Hydro Thunder for PlayStation 1. I can't wait to play this. I'm so excited. So, that's the first out of the two. So, the last two, one of them I'm actually ecstatic as well, because it now completes my Resident Evil. I got the Resident Evil Director's Cut. Now, literally, I have played Resident Evil since I was like 10, and I thought the second one was my first one I played, and that was scary. Like, I had nightmares for a while from that game. This one, I don't really know much about, but I do know now that this now completes my Resident Evil collection. I now have all the Resident Evils. The only one I'm missing was the remake for GameCube, which was PS4, or was Resident Evil 4, sorry. That's the only one I'm missing. But other than that, I have them all. I have 0, 1, Director's Cut, 2 and 3, and then I have the remakes on the PS4, and I have the 2 on Code Veronica, and I have Resident Evil 4 on the PS2. And the only one I'm missing now is the GameCube version of Resident Evil 4. So that's basically, I'm not really going to get the GameCube version, just because there's really no point. I didn't really like the fourth one that much. My favorite one, to tell you the truth, was probably the fifth one and the second one, just because I put more time into any one of them. Those are the only two I really played the most. The other one's kind of not really. But this now completes my copies of all the Resident Evil games. It's in beautiful condition. There's actually nothing wrong with it. Shines pretty well. So yeah. So I'm very happy. So now I can lay this to rest, and I now have all the Resident Evils. So yeah. So that's the second one. So the last one on my list, I don't know what to say. I've been on the hunt for this game since I started my PS1 collection about 2 years ago, and I've been on the hunt for this game probably more than any of them, and that would be Dino Crisis. Now, if anybody who's ever played Resident Evil, it's basically Resident Evil, just that instead of zombies, it's dinosaurs. It sounds stupid, but hear me out. So basically, you play as a girl, her name is Regina, and you are a Federation officer of some kind, and a scientist did something wrong, and for some reason, now there's dinosaurs roaming the place, and you try to get down to what the heck happened. So basically, it's kind of in the form of Resident Evil. Virus happens, zombies, and then the end of the world. So it's kind of the same thing, just with dinosaurs. It feels like a Jurassic Park. If you ever watch some movies, it's like in that direction. So I tell you the truth, I actually like this a little better than the Resident Evil, just because it's kind of funny on how the dinosaurs react to you when they see you. They kind of poke their head up and just stare at you. So it's kind of funny. It's hard. It's not easy. It's definitely one of those games where you need to think before you go guns blazing. Whereas Resident Evil was kind of like, oh, there he is, pop, 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 and that was it. This one's more of like, okay, he's there. Is that going to do something if I do this? So it gives you, you have to think more instead of just running in and start shooting, because when you face a raptor, let's say, in this game, they're not hard. They're very hard. I can't tell you how many times I've died from a stupid raptor because I shot him first without thinking, oh crap, it's going to do this. So this is one of the games where you need to think before you do something. So it is complete. The only thing that sucks is that the thing broke on the end, and the only thing that other sucks about this is not a normal jewel case. This is a specially made one, because if you look, it has the Dino Crisis in here, and then the reason why it's gone is because it flips open like this, and in the back is a Resident Evil 3 Nemesis demo disc, which is pretty funny because in the Resident Evil 3 that I have for PS1, in the back is a Dino Crisis demo disc. So it's pretty funny. It's literally the mere opposite of each other. So I thought it was pretty hilarious, and now it's basically the polar opposite. So I thought it was pretty funny when I saw it, but it's in mint condition. The only problem is that the one side is broken, which kind of sucks a little bit when I try to close it. But it's nothing too much that I can't handle. But other than that, it's basically perfect for the most part. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm definitely going to play this after this video, probably, because it's very addicting. So I recommend it to anybody as well. This is another good game. So, alright guys, well thank you for watching my top games that I got. Especially those three. Wow, I don't know what to say. I'm very, I can't describe. My words can't describe what I got. But I'm very happy with what I got today, and I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, about that, my last video, it was my first one. It was my first try doing the YouTube scene, and I really enjoy it. I really do. I just hope, you know, in the future it will progress and get, obviously better, you know. I definitely want to, you know, maybe be part of the gaming community, you know, someday, and I think it'll be pretty fun, and, you know, it's just something I've always wanted to do. And, you know, I've always thought about it, but, you know, I've seen so many people that, yeah, why is this one person, he ain't gonna make it, he just came into the scene, you know, so, but, you know, I decided to stick my neck out there, and tell you the truth, I enjoyed it very a lot, you know, and I really like doing this, so I just hope you guys enjoy watching these videos. Leave a comment down below, is there anything I can do, I don't know, maybe lighting, or, if I did something wrong, you know, leave me a comment, let me know, so I can change it for you guys, because, you know, I want to make these videos, and I very much enjoy making them, so leave a comment down below. If I need to change something, do something, let me know. I will have a friend come in shortly. I don't know when he's coming in yet. I think he's coming in December, I think, somewhere around there. And probably do a couple videos with him. You know, he's a gamer just like me, and, you know, hopefully we may do like a top 10 or maybe a favorite game list of all time or something, or we'll think of something. But leave a comment down below, and let me know if you want me to change anything or whatever. But give this video a like and subscribe, and definitely leave a comment if I can change anything. And I'll be also on Instagram. I also post stuff. If I ever find anything or get anything, I always post on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram name at the bottom, and that's it for you guys. So, hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.